This is our kind of place. Real stories, real voices, and the moments that shape who we become. Today's episode explores how language can both wound and transform. Our guest, Francesco Castelletti, grew up with an aunt who told him he'd never amount to much, especially when it came to learning. She believed he'd never master another language. He went on to learn 3. Through English and Italian, we'll trace the words that stayed with Francesco, the ones he rejected and the ones he chose to rebuild himself. This is a story about resilience, identity, and the power of rewriting your own narrative one word at a time. Welcome, Francesco.
Thank you for having me.
To move to another country and, take up a different language, which you've done, moving from Italy to Australia,
Yes.
is such an extraordinary journey. I am quite impressed by your ability to
Thank you so much.
respond to that. But in this interview,
Okay.
I'm going to share an Italian word.
Okay.
I may or may not pronounce it correctly,
That's correct.
but I'm going to say one and then see what you think that word means and what it means to you in particular, and how that word has reverberated in your life. So the first one's
Yes.
lingua, which means language, I believe.
Yes. Language. Yes.
So when you hear the word lingua, what does it mean to you now?
Like as you said, I was studying languages because I've been told I couldn't. So it's just like you want to learn something. So lingua is the capacity to speak in another language. It open like doors to you. I never been limited. I always been open-minded and I always wanted to learn for traveling. So English is the basic if you want to travel. So. In Italy, they don't learn very many languages.
Which is surprising because you would think that in
correct.
Italy, where you'd have Spain so close and France so close and Germany so close, that people would learn quite a few languages.
Yes, correct. But what they know is like dialect and probably a bit of Italian, like the proper one, but they don't really speak the proper Italian way because they're still speaking, every region speaks their dialects. The Verona, where I live, they speak a dialect that is similar to Padova, which is on the same region, but probably different.
And that's so interesting, of course, because it's been there. There'd be quite evolved dialects in
Yes.
different regions,
Yes.
which I guess talks so closely to how identity and language are really closely together.
That's correct, yes. But if the northern dialect, we can say, will be totally different from the south dialect. So you will understand, if you were born like me in the north, you will understand the north dialect in some places, but you will never understand like the south or the center, like Abruzzi, Roma, or,
Are there cultural differences in the language? Like in some areas, like I know in some cultures that maybe live on the land, they might have hundreds of words for water, whereas we might only have 1 or 2 in Adelaide. How about the different regions in Italy? Because Italian has a personality in the stereotype.
They move their hands a lot.
They move their hands, that's the thing, and they do eating pasta, and they're very
Yes.
flamboyant and emotional. And people have said to me they actually had different personalities in the different languages that they speak. They feel like they've got their German personality or their English personality.
Yeah.
Did you find that at all when you're learning and using the different languages?
Yeah, they think that it's like if you come from a specific region, you just want not to lose your dialect, so you try to not impose, but you try to say, I speak in that way because I come from there. So every region is very proud of their language and they're proud of their dialect and their history as well. So they won't change that for nothing.
Well, I think we've just covered our second word, which was going to be paesa, which means hometown or place.
Paese, hometown.
Yeah.
Hometown is, a sense of belonging. You come from there.
What did your hometown sound like?
My hometown is Verona, and a sense of belongs. When I went back last year, I met all my friends again after 15 years that I didn't go back, and I see all my family again, and I see all the cousins, and they keep
Familia, family.
That's correct. So for Italians and Greeks, but probably most for the Italians in this case, we love family. Family is everything and anything, and we never betray our family. So we love that connection that we have, and then the family gives you hope. It gives you strength. It gives you a future. Gives you if you need support, it's there. So yeah, family is always there for you no matter what. So yes.
Speaking of family, here's another word, zia, which means aunt.
Yeah, my auntie was, she was living so we have a huge court and we have 2 houses, but they are all connected. So she was just living next door, and she was coming in a day and night with no stops because the door is open. So she comes in and she starts doing things or saying things. And my father and my mother knew that. My auntie was my father's sister, so we really never disclosed. We nearly never. She was very bossy, imposing as a character.
Oh, he didn't stand up to her. He didn't have clear boundaries.
Yeah, yes.
She could come in and out like the tide.
Yeah, every time, and she'd check in and doing this, doing that, which, she wasn't... she's part of the family, yes, but she didn't have any boundaries, we can say. And
the dark side of family.
yes. And then
because she's left an impression on you from what you've told me.
Yeah. So what happened was that, for example, she was doing silly things. I think she was, as a kid, she wanted me to go in this dark room and keep saying. Repeating for 100 times, you're a donkey, right? And you have to say in a loud way.
No.
And then I did it. And then she closed the door and she does this. And then I did it, and I had to really scream, I'm a donkey, because she couldn't hear from. So it was her thing, okay?
Oh.
But the point was...
She sounds like she had a personality disorder.
Yeah, I don't know, but she
you
was...
were just a little kid.
As a little kid... So I think she did it just to break my, character, personality. I was a rebel. I would never allow anybody to crush my dreams, beliefs, and stuff unless it's. And she was trying her best, to not me, to see me not succeeding or to doing things and stuff. So I was doing those stuff, all the stuff that I've done, scuba diving, skydiving, it's doing, the extreme sports, and just to show her that I could have done that with no fears. I was fighting my fears, when...
So are you saying you don't know that you would have done those things if it wasn't for your Zia?
No, I just say thanks to her because she really pushed me to the extreme, doing things that I would never ever thought I had the courage to. When you scuba diving and you dive, 150 meters under the water with sharks, what do you think? You think so the sharks for us, they don't like human meat, the sharks, okay?
So this is something you've done?
Yeah.
Dived with sharks, okay.
But being underwater is not being in a normal environment. So you feel really scared because you're there is this thing and you are underwater. What can you do? Really much. You can't really move, and there is a pressure under, So I was doing those things because she told me, you can't, you're a donkey, right? But why I said this? Because at the end of the exercise, she was making me doing daily, which is this one donkey. When she opens the door, she wanted to know, what did you learn today? And I said, I learned that you are the donkey.
Good on you.
Because I kept saying it, and she was fuming. And
That is very strong for a child who's in a vulnerable situation.
Yes, correct.
Do you think your anger really helped you
Yes, oh yes, because
to face that and get
she was,
through that?
I kept saying that thing without believing. So she wanted me at one point to believe on that thing, and I never did, because the more I was saying...
Did you tell your father this was happening?
Yeah, of course. But
And he
then,
didn't do anything about it?
no, because he said, she's a bit, we...
So that helped you at least, but it would have been even more helpful if he'd gone in and
He
said,
helped me
you
when,
can't do that.
Yes, so he helped me when she wasn't there.
You had to
because,
learn to fight your own battles.
And then he said to me, see, at the end of the day, because last year my father passed away, and but what he said was, I let her do it to build your character, and now you are who you are. So which means that he saw that, but he allowed that. But I said, but what about if I
Do you
would...
believe him?
In theory, not.
Un character forte, is this it? Un carattere
Un
forte.
carattere forte,
Un
yes.
character forte.
So strong character. Because the point is, see, how can I believe? I said, what did you do? Why didn't, He said that, but, look at you, what are the things that you have done? I said, yes, but what about if I was fragile? What about if I would believe what she was saying? I would be still here crying. I would be in an asylum. Because I'm like...
Well, and also it's a strength, but it's also, there's the anger still there, which means there's something still hurts.
It hurts, but it doesn't, because at the end of the day, look, 90% of the anger she built on me, she built up because, it's like I couldn't do much. I couldn't say, I couldn't reply. And so what happened was that I learned that, it's like she didn't want me to have a life. And I did everything and anything that I could to get one, which means like...
Resilienza, which is resilience.
Yes.
Orgoglio, which is pride of where you've come from.
Yes.
Motivazione, motivation, which she provided in leaps and bounds.
That's correct.
Here's another one, perdono. Forgiveness.
Perdono, yes. See, last one. I have to say thanks to her, because if it wasn't for her, I would never ever tried extreme sports. I would never have done boxing. I would never ever traveling. No, probably traveling, yes, but I would never ever challenge myself to the point to say. So really, thank you, Zia. Thank you so much, because without you, I wouldn't, had the courage to say, I want to share this. Why? Do you know why? Because all the people that are listening now, I don't want them to be crushed, there is always a hope. Don't believe people that stop your dreams, they stop you, they try to crush your character, to diminish your personality. Do not do that. Do not let them. Do not, because you are worth it, okay? You try your best, you can, That's why I wanted to share this.
That's fantastic. And I think that's parola, of final words.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Francesco, for sharing your story, and thank you for that. It's been such a triumph and such an extraordinary journey. You've been listening to Our Kind of Place. Today's conversation reminds us that words can limit us, but they can also liberate us. The language we inherit isn't language we have to keep. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a reminder that growth is always possible, no matter who once doubted you. Until next time, keep listening, keep questioning, and keep finding your own words.